Oh, no, this isn't the official beginning, though, is it?
You're live. Apparently, we're live.
Oh my God, we're live.
It's almost ready to begin.
We're almost ready to start. We're gonna kind of sound check it, and you guys can tell us how it
sounds.
Thank you. All right, can you adjust the camera because this is not.
Yeah, I got to adjust the cat first.
Right. The laptop is on a cat tree, so we're. Oh, that's good. I like that. Can y'all hear me? All right. Could you hear me if I did this, did this, did this?
Can't see
Yeah?
what that says.
It says thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Awesome.
All right. So shall we?
Are we official yet? Is it?
I think it's time. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Can hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, Amy Engelhardt. Oh!
I bet you didn't realize when you tuned in today that that there would be moose, but you probably should have. Corey Axler and I think some of his students are here today from Pennsylvania, Council Rock High School South, and Corey is the person who arranged this tune that I'm going to open with for his choir and did a virtual choir. The link you can find on my Facebook page, or I think if you if you go to YouTube, oh my God, you're on YouTube, don't do this now, and enter Ounce of Hope. You will find it there. He did this wonderful arrangement and spent 3 days editing it. It's quite amazing, and I'm deeply honored. This tune is on my first CD called Not Gonna Be Pretty. And although we usually start with something funny, although technically we did with the moose, I'm assuming that was hysterical.
I laughed.
I know you did, Marty. This is the message of today. In the final hour of a slow decline, at the end of the road, there's still an ounce of hope. Though it's back in the corner of a box in a drawer, there are trace amounts, although the hope is just an ounce. But hope, like a seed, can grow strong among the weeds and funnel in the dark earth towards the sun. And hope, like the truth, finds a home and takes root. And if you give it water, it'll rise. In a deep, dark confusion, look no further than yourself. When you think you cannot cope, there is still an ounce of hope. Fix your focus on the good things, find the reasons to go on. It's your faith and love that counts, and hope will grow from just an ounce. Yeah. And hope, like the truth, finds a home And hope will grow from just an ounce, yeah. Hope will grow from just an ounce.
Woo!
The crowd goes wild. Thank you so much, and welcome to He Said,
She Sang,
which is me, Amy Engelhardt, and Alex Stein, MOTH-winning storyteller and amazeballs brilliant guy, to whom I'm going to turn it over.
Okay. I'm going to stand. Where do I stand?
Right here.
Okay, right here. This is really close. Okay, a little bit further up so maybe people can see my head.
Can you see his head?
And there's a moose in the background.
Well, there's always a moose.
Around here, there is literally always a moose in the background. This is a story about my favorite holiday. Holidays are bullshit, especially now. Take St. Patrick's Day. It once celebrated the use of shamrocks to prove to ignorant villagers that the Holy Trinity was in fact one entity, and therefore they should abandon polytheism. But now it's just an excuse to drink until you puke green. Or Thanksgiving, which originally memorialized greedy ex-cons who paid back native hospitality with smallpox blankets and unfair treaties, but now means filling yourself with tryptophan until you no longer realize how boring it is to watch televised football. Scientists now believe that Jesus Christ was likely born in the summer or early fall because there were shepherds in the fields, which doesn't happen in that part of the world in December, but early Christians shifted the celebration of his birth to co-opt pagan rituals from Saturnalia and winter solstice, eventually stealing the idea of taking wool stockings off statues of Roman gods and morphing that into hanging them over a fireplace with care in hopes that a fat man will somehow crawl down the chimney in the middle of the night, which somehow has something to do with Jesus. And that's not even counting holidays like Pennsylvania's Sneak Some Zucchini Onto Your Neighbor's Porch Day, or as my people like to call it, August the 8th. I'd like to tell you that I did all of this to prove a point or from some grand sociological experiment. But the truth is simpler. I did it to impress a girl. I was hung up. Sorry, that's the wrong page, isn't it?
Live theater, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, I don't have the page that I need. Hang on just a second. Tell them something good.
So there's this moose, right? Well, there's always this would be a good time to show you the studio audience. That would be our bear, and there's a moose on top of it. There's also an octopus and a starfish. Not everyone wanted to come to see the show today. Alex, should we edit this out of the DVD part?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. This will be the bonus features. In 11th grade, I was taking a Russian literature class, and we were reading Dostoevsky's existential classic Notes from Underground, which begins with the best opening lines in literature. I am a sick man. I'm a spiteful man. I am an ugly man. I believe my liver is diseased. And suddenly I looked over and Melissa was smiling at me. And that was so odd and unexpected that I turned around to see if there was anyone behind me, and there wasn't. It was the middle of winter, more cold and gray than white and snowy. Melissa and I started hanging out. We talked about putting Notes from Underground to music, maybe turning it into an opera, and it was only our complete lack of musical ability on any known instrument that prevented that from happening. Melissa said that she yearned for a guy like Dostoevsky, moody, dark, cynical. And I thought, with dark, moody, cynical glee, that's me. And then on February 1st, I got this idea. I would invent a holiday, claim a backstory hundreds of years old from the darkest corners of Russia, and get everyone to celebrate the warped worldview of Fyodor Dostoevsky. As I saw it, my biggest challenge was to come up with a catchy name. I first considered Viitsi Day, and I don't have to tell any of you that Viitsi is an Estonian word that means the vague feeling of laziness, not wanting to do anything or go anywhere. But would people really rally around the cause of laziness? For a while, I was hung up on the Japanese word wabi-sabi, which we all know is the philosophy of living that focuses on finding beauty within the imperfections of life and accepting gracefully the natural tendency of all things to fall into a cycle of growth and decay. And then I chanced upon the Russian word tosko. Often mistranslated as sadness, tosko means much, much more. It's one of those wonderful foreign words with no direct English equivalent, describing a deep-seated spiritual anguish, often without any specific cause, an ache of the soul from existential longing when there is nothing left to long for. Tosko Day was the perfect way to celebrate the legacy of Dostoevsky. In fact, if Tosko Day did not exist, it would be necessary for someone to invent it. And just so that we're clear, it did not. So I did. The first week, I put up posters all over school and around the town that just said, Tosko Day is coming. Nothing else. No explanation. The second week, I enlisted the aid of a friend who could draw, and I added a logo showing a crowd soaked in despair from the languid melancholy of the setting sun. So basically a lot of grays and dark purples. The third week, I added the words cotton candy and fried dough, because who doesn't love cotton candy and fried dough? And the fourth week, I expanded the logo, added Dostoevsky's profile, and included a date and location, February 29th, on the lower football field around the corner from the high school. I also printed up a one-page fact sheet on Tosko Day, which I copied one morning when the teacher in charge of the mimeograph machine ducked outside to smoke. I knew she always stubbed out cigarettes halfway down because she thought that was more healthy. So I knew that that would give me enough time to make copies, but not enough to sit around inhaling that sweet, sweet purple ink. Here are a few facts I made up about Tosko Day. It originated simultaneously in 16 small Russian villages as a celebration of all that is good in life, tempered by the awareness that much of that good will forever be absent from those villages. Each village would pick a king of Tosko Day, whose duties included grunting like a pig for 3 straight hours. And of course, children were given sweets on Tosko Day and then told a loved one would die for each sweet they ate. Grown-ups would carefully monitor the kids, and if they caught a child eating candy, they would say something along the lines of, "There goes Aunt Katya." Melissa started getting really excited about the idea of Tosko Day, so much so that it became more and more difficult for me to tell her that this was all a joke. So I looked into renting machines for cotton candy and fried dough, but they were prohibitively expensive. As Tosko Day neared, I became filled with dread, which, ironically, might be the appropriate reaction to a fictional holiday based on spiritual anguish. Melissa was really looking forward to retelling the story of the 16 villages and voting for the king of Tosko Day. And her mood was so infectious that I kept forgetting I had made all of this up. The afternoon of Tosko Day, Melissa and I approached the lower football field. "Wait," she said just before we got there. "There's something I need to tell you," I said. But she grabbed my hand and pulled me around the corner, and I closed my eyes, not wanting to see the disappointment on her face, disappointment made so much worse by my good intentions. And then I heard something weird. She giggled. I opened my eyes, and there were hundreds of people on the field. A few had even made banners. There was no fried dough or cotton candy, but someone brought cupcakes and lemonade, and kids ran around making up games, trying to do whatever it was they thought they were supposed to do to celebrate this wonderful, amazing fictional holiday. Someone started chanting, Tosco, 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 and the captain of the football team was elected King of Tosco Day, and he happily grunted like a pig for hours. Melissa had a great time, even though the celebration actually included little spiritual anguish or existential dread. And then a week later, Melissa started dating the captain of the football team, whom no one had ever accused of being cynical, dark, or moody. And that substantially decreased her availability for reliving the angst of Russian existentialist writers and left me completely out in the cold. So, as for me, I never told anyone that I had made up this holiday or put up the posters. And the next year, people wondered if there would be another Tosco Day celebration, or maybe if, since it had fallen on February 29th, it was something that only happened every 4 years. And with Melissa still dating the football star, although long distance now because he was away at college, it hardly seemed worth my own personal spiritual anguish to recreate Tosco Day. Now, if we had had Facebook and Instagram back then, there would be event pages and photos and a website, but instead, Tosco Day faded into a fuzzy shared memory that grows fainter and fainter with each passing year. And while it might never come around again, I am here to tell you tonight that for one cold afternoon on the lower football field of a high school in Western Massachusetts, Tosco Day, born of spiritual anguish disconnected from any specific cause, not to mention the desire to impress a pretty girl, was the best holiday ever.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have more Amy Engelhardt.
You know,
we have such a high-tech camera crew here.
I know, we truly do. I was thinking that, that's good. It's, you know, a holiday based on existential dread is not too far from what we're having right now. Except for it's a long holiday, huh?
Yeah.
the celebration, and I want my cotton candy and fried dough.
We all do.
I know. So hi, there's a request from a friend in LA for this tune that I used to do with the Bobs. So I'm going to do it. And I think it's great, actually, because love takes many forms. And what perfect time to explore those forms. And this is actually based on a real event, person, thing. Caught between the cars and the Thai place, dressed in turkey, ham, and cheese. Polyester lettuce covers his real face. Pillow pickles hide his knees. From noon to 3, he's all happy meat, attracting customers from off the street, shifting back and forth on sneaker feet. He is my lunch infatuation. I have to go and wave at the dude. I missed the last dose of my medication, but I'm supposed to take it with food. He stands so proudly by the garbage can. He gets attention. That's the basic plan. He's not a sandwich. He's a sandwich man. A sandwich man. I'm your biggest fan. I am your biggest fan. Who's inside that sandwich head doing this to make some bread? I love you, sandwich man. Does the sunlight hurt your vegetation? Do you get to eat for free? Would you die without refrigeration? Could you love a girl like me? We all wear costumes over what we feel, and who's to say what is or isn't real? Is he a man or is he just a meal sandwich man? I'm your biggest fan. I am your biggest fan. White or wheat, the point is moot. My last man wore a monkey suit. I love you, sandwich man. I just want the simple things, and I'll probably wear your onion ring. I love you, sandwich man. Sandwich man. I love you, sandwich man. I love you, sandwich man. Okay, those of you who don't have the subway dude with the twirly sign standing on every corner, that's who that's for. So I hope you're happy, Spencer.
He says he's waving a BLT.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to do a song that I co-wrote with a friend in Los Angeles, Hillary Rollins, who I don't see here, but I'm going to go with she's here in spirit or she's watching some other live stream in New York. And also I'd like to thank Elton John for allowing us to open for him today.
His living room is nicer.
I'm sure his living room is nicer, but does he have the amount of moose we have? I don't think so. She is my best friend. She knows exactly what I mean when I'm the last to know. Never hesitates to tell me so. She is my best friend. She offers in a cup from public radio, the kind of coffee that makes chest hair grow. She is my best friend, and so I tell her just exactly how you make me feel. That it's different this time it's really real. And yes, I know I've crossed a line. Yes, I know you aren't mine. And yes, of course I know it really has to end. That's what I'll say to my best friend. She is my best friend. So I describe exactly how I plan to let you go. How I'll trot up my dog and pony show. I say I intend to be so tragic, yet so noble in my last tableau. I'll be a vision in the afterglow. Without a price to pay, because it's different this time there'll be nothing left to say, and I'll hold my head up pie, and I will kill the urge to cry. And yes, of course I'm better for it in the end. That's what I'll say to my best friend. She is my best friend. She says, I'm glad you shared, but really, sweetie, we both know you're gonna keep on doing what you're doing, right or wrong, and then you'll write another song. You're gonna write another unrequited song. And then she puts the cup that says, wait, wait, don't tell me down. And she pours a Napa Valley blend. Because she is my best friend. My best friend. Hillary Rollins, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo!
She wrote the lyrics, I wrote the music. And if you are not on my mailing list for some weird reason, I will send you a free MP3 from my tracks. Not from my first album, not from my soon-to-be second album, but just a free MP3. How do you get on my mailing list? This is how you get on my mailing list.
Oh.
Just go here. There's a sign-up form there. I will see if you signed up today and take appropriate action. That's right. And you can also find out when I will, after this madness is over, after Tosco year is over, when I will be coming to your town to play a house concert or something like that, or when I'm releasing my album, blah, blah, blah.
And now a brief commercial announcement.
This is the pledge drive part of it. Do you want to take over the pledge drive?
No, I want you to do it.
Oh, okay. Because we'd be remiss if we didn't do this. Why the heck not? If you would like to contribute to today's festivities in any way, you can do so through Venmo or PayPal. You are in no way obligated to do so. And if you have no job and if all your gigs were canceled, say like me or Alex, please don't do anything. Please just enjoy this. But if you have some extra cash lying around, why the heck not?
Why the heck not? But it's totally
fine if you don't.
Voluntary, and we just want you guys to enjoy yourself and have a good time.
Yeah.
So
if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. We're gonna keep doing this. And I'm gonna post a bunch of new dates. I'm also gonna be doing an excerpt from a new project that I'm working on. All right. Ladies and
some
gentlemen.
of whose songs are going to be played later.
Yes,
perhaps.
some of whose songs are in this show and will be on my next album. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Stein.
We are so damn professional. I can barely stand it. Oh, look at that. That's a much nicer framing. You can see the light and the moose. And
I like it.
Yeah, that's better.
We didn't discuss the champagne bottle, but.
Oh, yeah. We could.
Maybe we should.
Look at the champagne bottle. It's hard not to see everything as a metaphor these days. So
yeah, so we were gonna inflate it so that it would be, I'm gonna just say erect and leave it at that. But we decided that we would leave it here as the metaphor for our lives these days.
So I don't know if there are any of the ugly dogs are here. If there are, please say something in the comments because I want to know that you guys are here. But don't touch your face. What's wrong with me? Wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. So I wrote a series of things earlier this spring called Tales from the Trail, a bunch of stories about dogs, mushing, and sled dog races. And I'm going to do a couple of those. And this is one of those stories in dog sled racing, especially mid-distance and long-distance dog sled racing. There's something called dropped dogs, which is you start with like a given number of dogs, And then as the race progresses, if a dog is in heat or not doing something, or your Facebook announcements are still on. That's what that was.
Oh my God.
Or has like an injury, you can drop a dog at a checkpoint, and then the dog is flown back to the start. And this is a piece called Dropped. Bark, 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 run, 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 eat, 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 rest, run, 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 ouch, ouch, eat, eat, run, 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 ouch, eat, ouch, run, rest, ouch, run, ouch, run, eat, ouch, rest, ouch, run, run, stop, ouch, ouch, clomp, 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 lifted, carried, wait, what? Me in the sled bag? Me? No, I don't ride in the sled bag. I run in the front. I pull. I run, 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 eat, 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 ouch. Yes, I have ouch. Yes, I run slow with ouch. No, not in the, wait, hike? Wait, what? No, not me. I ride, ride, ride. In sled bag, ouch doesn't hurt when I ride. Okay, just once, just this one time. Stop, rest, rubbed, ouch, poked, examined, petted. Vets are nice. Eat, eat, eat. Wait, no, wait. Where are they? Wait, where'd they go? Wait, I have to run, run, run with them. Wait, did they forget me? No, 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 no. Look, wait. Ouch, howl, howl. Wait, they left? They went on? Wait, without me? Wait, eat, rest, eat, sleep, eat. Other dogs here. Other dogs have ouch. Other dogs have their dogs leave. Humans leave. Other dogs scared. Older dog says, we were dropped. Wait, what? We are dropped dogs? Eat, rest. Older dog says we go home now. No, not without human, not without other dogs. We can still run, 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 eat, rest, run, and catch up. No, older dog says. Older dog seems to know. Vets come back. Pets and treats. They already know I'm a good boy, so maybe the pets know what, maybe the vets know what they're talking about. Walk, 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 ouch, walk, poop, eat, poop, ouch. Wait, you want me to do what? You want me to go where? In there? In that tiny plane? Wait, with 6 other dogs? Wait, older dog says it's okay, says we go home now, but where is sled? Loud noises, much howling. Wait, they know wait. Look, out there, we are so high. Snow is so far down. Fly, 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 fly. Bump, smoosh, fresh air, walk, poop, walk, dog truck. This is better. I know how to do this. I know what this is. Wait, it smells funny. Dogs I don't know have been here. Drive, walk, walk, straw, food. Lots of pets by the frozen water, planes in distance, take off, landing, snowplane on lake. Sniff, 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 sniff. People inside drinking, eating, watching dogs and fence and snow and road and frozen lake. Volunteers take turns rubbing me and telling me how good I am. Volunteers are nice. Eat, sleep, sleep, dream. Wait, where is sled? Where is leader? Sleep. Dream I'm running. Wait, I'm just dreaming. Wake. Familiar smell, familiar voice. Blink. It's the small one with the red coat. She loves me. She knows what food I like best. Older dog says his small one won't be here for a few hours. He says the teams went on. Dropped sled dogs like us, he says, get brought back early. We go home early. I bark goodbye. Small one bringing me to her familiar car, familiar smells, dogs I know. We're going home now. Yes, yes, home. Yes, happy howl. Sun goes down. I'm back in the dog yard, my dog yard. On a doghouse, my doghouse. Ouch, feels better. 2 sleeps later. Small one in red coat rubs and feeds me. She gives me treats. She says I'm a good boy. She is very, very smart. I get another day off and then I run, 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 rest, eat, run, rest again. No more ouch. 6 sleeps later, all the dogs come back. My human comes back too. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Run around, bark, lick, jump. Yes, I missed them. Bark. Yes, they missed me. Bark, bark, bark. When do we go back in harness? To run, run, run. Human missed me too. He rubs me, promises to take me out tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. I can't wait. Tomorrow, I get to run, run, Run! Run! And the dogs are howling.
Is there a second dog piece?
Later. Do another dog piece later.
All right.
First, a song. Perhaps a dog song.
Do you want a dog song?
I don't know. Whatever you want to do.
I can do a dog song. Okay. So this is a song that answers a question that was posed by a song back in the 90s.
Yes.
So it's called an answer song. If we get too slick or professional, please stop us, for God's sake. That would not be the slick or professional. Huh. It was just a suggestion. Now things will never be the same. I asked a simple question. Now I'm the one to blame. I never heard any barking. I saw no signs of abuse. As soon as we started sparking, oh baby, all hell broke loose. I let the dogs out, said the one thing to you. I let the dogs out. Oh, I didn't see the harm, and now they're chomping on my arm. I let the dogs out, and they'll never go back in. Woof! I didn't know that they were lurking, cooped up inside you all alone. I apologize, but that ain't working. Oh, baby, won't you throw me a bone? I let the dogs out, struck a nerve or two. I let the dogs out. Oh, I made one big mistake and they came crashing through the gate. I let the dogs out and they'll never go back in. You said you hadn't seen them since 1989 when your ex took the truck and was gone. But that bitch left one bitch out in the yard who invited all the neighbors' dogs to come and get it on. Do I really have to explain that? No. Now I know what not to ask you. It'll be okay, I'm not afraid. But you gotta round up all the pups and then go and get them sprayed. Let the dogs out. Oh, let the dogs out. Oh, we don't have a yard and this is getting way too hard. Let the dogs out. The one in charge is you. Let those dogs out. You're in charge.
Woo!
I'm gonna do another tune. This is from my upcoming show. It's a play that I'm writing that I just did my first residency as a playwright to develop. I got back on March 3rd and then the world went away. Knew that I should visit, I knew I should go, but what would I say to you? I didn't know. Sat with all the questions, wishing it weren't so. There's nothing useful I could bring. Then I thought of one thing. Witness is all I can do. All I can do is be here for you. Witness is all I can do. All I can do is be here for you. I can't bear the weight for you. Pain can't be transferred, but I can hold you in silence and give you my word. Taking all you are today, you will be seen and heard. You are more than the fear. You are now, you are here. Witness is all I can do. All I can do is be here for you. Witness is all I can do. All I can do is be here for you. And when I'm called to testify, when I'm called to testify, when I am called to testify, I will say, witness was all I could do. But I was a witness to the wonder of you. Witness was all I could do, but I was a witness to the wonder of you. Witness, I was a witness to the wonder of you. Witness was all I could do. I was a witness to the wonder of you. You were. You are. You were. You are. You are.
Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, here with I think some more dog stories is Alex Stein.
I have to stop knocking the bear over on the couch. Let the bear
Cut it out.
Hello. This is my favorite of these Tales from the Trail stories. It's called Blast. It's the first one that I wrote, and after I wrote this, I thought that's really cool. I want to write a whole bunch of these, and I ended up with 14, which you can listen to all of them at tellmewhoyouarepodcast.com. I remember my first run. I'd been watching the others get in harness, wondering what it felt like to pull like that. How strange to think of you behind me driving instead of in front, playing with me or feeding me. My life before then was happy, in the dog yard, running around, frolicking. But the others would go out. When they'd come back, they had this look about them, like they knew the big secret. And I wanted to know it too. And then one day it was my turn. From the start, I loved pulling the sled, even if it was just around the lake. After a few months, though, whenever I came back to the dog yard, the puppies would look at me like I knew the big secret, because I did. I liked the feel of the snow. I loved the way my shoulders pulled on the harness and the line pulled taut and the sled would move forward. I loved the sound of all the dogs panting and pulling and moving together. I liked the camping trips, being out at night, eating on the trail, sleeping on straw under the stars. I remember that one time when all the other dogs were asleep and it was just you and me awake in the middle of the night, looking up, watching the northern lights dance for what seemed like hours. I loved feeling you riding the brake, trying to slow us down, hearing you call out commands, feeling the whole team move like a single 70-foot long organism. I didn't like the races at first. So many dogs, so many people, so much noise, and too much to smell. But you took me aside in my first race, told me it would be okay, told me there were a lot of dogs at the beginning and at the end, but most of the time it would just be us, me, with my pack and my human. There were some great races when we did more than anyone thought that we could, when everything fell into place and nothing could go wrong. And there were some bad races. You got discouraged a few times. We got sick a few times. The sled broke a lot. But you always made it good. Good for us. You moved me around over the years, put me in team, in wheel, in swing. I was never the main leader, but I could lead. I knew the commands. I knew how to keep the team going. I knew the secret language of every dog who came before me and every dog who will follow me after I'm gone. I loved every run and nearly every race. I think you know. I think you know already. I've lost a few steps. I get tired more quickly. You joke with me and say you're a few steps slower yourself. I felt my paws more this winter. And they're good paws, but they're not puppy paws anymore. The yearlings smell it on me too, like I smelled it on the older dogs when I was young. It's not the end yet, but it's coming. They know. We all know. This will be my last race. I'll still run with you. I'll still help you corral the puppies and teach them what I know, but my 1,000-miler are over after this. My 300-miler days too. The mind still wants to go. The mind thinks I'm still a puppy, but the body knows better. Legs cramp more, nose can't pick up the scent of the trail as easily. And honestly, the idea of being a couch dog suddenly appeals to me, and it never did before. You seem sad as you walk the line giving us snacks. So I nuzzle you to cheer you up. You grin at me, and I know what you're thinking. I've cheered you up too much. You think I have another year of racing in me. I catch your eye. I want to make sure that you know, and I want you to be okay with it, Duff. You let sadness wash over all the joy. We can read you. We read you when you're sad, and we try to help you, to remind you of how happy this makes all of us. Still, we dogs know when it's time. I hope you get it, but I'm never really sure. In the same way that the older dogs who taught me how to be part of the team used to say that they weren't sure you understood. But I didn't pay attention to that because I was too busy letting the joy of the trail wash over every fiber of my being. I understand it now, and it's okay. All of it. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have a job to do. You rub the area by my nose where my fur's gone gray, right where I like it. This will be my last time here with you on this trail. I strain forward. Come on, Pull the hook already. Let's do this. One long run to the finish. You, me, and this amazing team. One last time. My last great race. Thank you. I think we're going to do one more round, and I'm going to bring Amy Engelhardt back.
Woo!
Amy Engelhardt! Woo!
Hey guys! Oh, I'm like that. Who's that? I can't remember the name of that woman who Colleen is her real name, but she does I can't remember the name, but she does this thing. She's like, "Hey guys," and it's this huge like comedic thing. I don't know what it is. I also want you to know that I'm wearing my world map pants. That's what you're seeing. This it's not the fabric ran or something, because to celebrate, you know, I've got the whole world in my pants, I guess, is the song. What? That's wrong.
That might not be how it goes.
No, it's a pandemic. That's what it is. Oh my God. As she said, as the viewership dropped. This is the this is the title track to my upcoming album. My upcoming album will be called Finish What You, because I'd like to. And obviously right now I can't. So. Huh. You didn't plan on Scranton, coming from Columbus to New York, but you broke down at a diner off the turnpike. You rode with a fork. You were 3 credits short of the program, 3 credits from a degree. Nothing was standing in your way, no distractions, no emergencies. Drums here, 8 projects on your desktop, no schedule, no goal. You left 2 peanuts in the kitchen, unshelled in a bowl. No, I don't want just 2 peanuts. Did you think you were being nice? Eat all the goddamn peanuts. Jesus Christ. You never finish. You never finish what you never finish. You never finish what you. Nobody gives a rat's ass if you do or you don't. But I'd like to give a rat's ass. You probably won't. Can you do all the things you talk up? Are you a fraud or just afraid? It's time to climb out of the bed you never made. You never finish. You never finish what you never. You know you never finish. You never finish what you never played the big cards. You never took your shot. And I'm still waiting to see what you've got. What could possibly happen if you saw something through? What you gonna do? You never finish. You never finish what you never. You never finish. You never finish what you never. You know you never finish. You never finish what you.
Woo!
All right, is this my last tune?
It's 4:55.
4:55. I think this is my last tune.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to leave you with a tune that I close all of my house concerts with, and it is in my new show, which is called Impact, which you'll hear more about later. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, then you'll see when the excerpt is going to happen. Before we go, thank you so much for joining us. I can't thank those who aren't here anymore because, they're not here. They're lost. They didn't get to see this amazing show. But before we go, I want to reiterate that you can sign up for my mailing list at myname.com. And if you do, I will send you a free MP3. And you'll also find out when I'm going to be in your town and what else I'm doing and about my new album and stuff like that. And if you enjoyed what you saw today from me and Alex Stein, and you would like to contribute to our well-being and our cats and everything, you are very welcome to. You are not obligated to.
If you're still working.
If you're still working.
If you are not working.
If you're not working.
No.
Don't do this. That's the PayPal. And we'll post these links later too. And this is the Venmo. I know I lost at least 3 months of gigs because of this in Seattle and New York, and who knows where else I was going to end up. Missouri, maybe? Missouri loves company. Yes. Oh, thank you. It's the Shoji state. So there you have it. We're enjoying staying home playing with our kitties. So this is my last tune. Do you want to do a kitty cameo before the last turn?
I was going to say
there's been no kitty cameo.
Curiously absent.
I know, and considering that the
here we go.
The laptop is actually on one of the cat trees. Okay, this is Bettles.
Bettles Peak Butte, named after not one but 2 places in Alaska.
And she's been sitting in her hammock watching the show.
We're not sure what the P stands for, but we think it might be punk ass, because she is.
Are you a punk ass punk? Oh! Excuse me. Now I have heartburn. Okay. Couldn't be all the carbs we're eating. All right.
Pandemic bread has no carbs.
Pandemic bread has no carbs? Awesome. This is what I want to leave you with. It's based on a story that I heard on NPR a couple of months ago, and it was one of those driveway moments where you're sitting in the car and you just can't turn it off. And perhaps you've already closed the garage door and your husband is going, "Why is the garage door open? I've closed and you're not up here." And you're sitting there transfixed. It's a beautiful story, true story, that I turned into a song, and it is now what I close all of my concerts with, and it will be the closing number of the show that I just wrote, Impact. It's a difficult time right now. It was a difficult time before this mess, and it's very important that we look out for each other, check in on each other, throw each other a bone. Be kind. And we'll see you at the next show. Hundreds of miles from landfall, in the cold, wet, infinite blue, my job is to photograph wildlife, and I am here studying you. You are a large wild predator, I'm your small possible meal. Though I have watched you for hours upon hours, I can't assume that I know what you feel. Because you're you, I'm me. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful, sure. But you and dinner and I need a photograph. You're you, I'm me. Here on the deep blue sea, here on the deep, dangerous sea. Yesterday but a penguin with your giant, incredible teeth. You gave it to me, but it got away 'cause I'm slow and it's not what I eat. You did this 4 times with a live one, and you offered me one that was dead. I suddenly knew you thought I couldn't feed myself, so you provided me my daily bread. Because you're you, I'm a me. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful, sure. But you want dinner and I need a photograph. You're you, I'm a me. Here on the deep blue sea. We locked eyes and I knew in an instant, as clear as the sky could be, I was there to get people to care, and yet you took care of me. You took care of me. I live in a box in Manhattan. I'm forced to connect every day, interact with the rush and the madness in a very unmeaningful way. And your picture hangs in my kitchen to remind me life was real. And it fills me with infinite gratitude for the faraway, wild, indescribable blue, for the gesture of kindness, simple and true, for the gift of a meal, for the heart inside you. You're beautiful. I'm beautiful, sure. We both got dinner and I got my photograph. You're you, I'm a me. Here on the deep blue sea. Here on the deep blue, dangerous sea. You're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Yay!
Thank you. Go eat dinner.
Wait, I got one more thing.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Don't
Don't
tell
go
him,
eat dinner.
Don't tell him to go
Don't
yet.
go. Oh, that's right. You have to. Oh, duh. I get so excited. All right. Usually that ends my show. I'm a dork.
Usually Amy goes, I go first and Amy goes second, but this time I went second and Amy went first.
Ladies and gentlemen, to close us out for the evening, Alex Stein.
Is it weird that I'm like so close to the camera and Amy's so far away?
So far away.
And when I said that, Amy said, well, you know, people won't think that you're actually playing the piano because I guess I'm not. So before this is like one really quick thing, and just want to say it's a very strange time for all of us. Look out for yourself. Look out for the people around you. Take care of each other. We're called to take care of each other in these times in a way that I don't think we have been in several. And there's your.
Can people actually hear that?
I don't know. Can you hear those Facebook things that come up?
It's possible they don't.
So anyway, usually that would be the last thing in the show, but because I'm jumped in again, this is now the last thing in the show, and this is also something that that is important that we want to leave you with. This is another one of the Tales from the Trail stories, and this is from a very unusual point of view. I want to say that in sled dog racing, there are two lights that are very important. There is the red lantern, which is literally a red lantern, and that is given to the last musher who comes in and finishes the race. And then in addition to that, almost all mid-distance and long-distance races have what's called the widow's lamp, and that's a lamp that is lit at the beginning of the race, and it stays lit until the last team who wins the red lantern comes in, and then the red lantern musher usually will extinguish the widow's lamp, and that's the official end of the race. And this is very, when I found out about that, I thought it was really cool, and it's very moving to me. So anyway, this is called light. Let's get one thing clear. I am not the red lantern. And honestly, I don't know why people pay so much attention to the red lantern. The red lantern hangs out inside where it's warm and then only comes out 10 minutes before the last musher comes in. And then it's off to the banquet and a retirement in someone's living room near the bibs and the trophies. And I thought that to retire, you actually had to do something first. Not that I'm jealous. I hang on the arch. When the race starts, I get lit. And I stay lit until the last team makes it safely across the finish line. My ancestors were old whale lamps that New England fishermen's wives would leave burning when their men were at sea. And the lamps kept in Alaskan roadhouses so teams could see where they could stop to rest. Even that guy who works for that motel chain, he's a distant relative. You might not think about me very much. You might never have noticed me in all of the festivities, but I'm there throughout the race, lighting the way. I shine day and night, mostly when there's no one around, mostly when no one is noticing, but I am there. I am always there. When the last team comes in, when they do the equipment check, when the others who came in earlier come out to welcome them, only then do they take me down. Only then do they even notice that I've been there day and night, burning, blazing a message across the sky. Keep going. Even when they take me down, people wonder why I'm not red. They confuse me with the red lantern every year. But I'm there every mile, every minute. And it's only when the last musher extinguishes me that the race is really over. And every year, just as I flicker out, I thank the last musher. I whisper, "You did it. I'm glad I was able to be there until you did it. But you made it all the way." And then I'm out, put into storage, put away until next year when I'm needed again to light the way. But more than that, I am here to give all of you a message, the most important message. Keep going. There is safety ahead. There is warmth. There is shelter. And sometimes it's hard to remember. It's hard to imagine that sometimes when things are dark. Sometimes we all forget to have hope. But I am here to remind you until the last musher comes in, until the last dog is welcomed and scritched and snacked and goes off to be fed and settle down on straw in the dog lot. I will be here patiently waiting for all those still on the trail. I am here lighting the way. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Take good care of yourself. Oh, look, it might be another cat cameo. No, the cat is not happy about this, but this is Hekla P. Husavik, who is named after two places in Iceland. Hekla is the volcano that is the entrance to hell in Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is kind of appropriate.
She literally just bit me.
Oh, well, that's where you go. Thank you guys. Lodi, I'm so glad that you were here from Australia. It's so cool.
Oh, how cool. I wonder if my friend Don is here. He's supposed to be watching in London.
Think I saw a Don or a Dan.
I hope Don or Ehrlich, yeah.
I don't know.
He and his friend Sarah were going to watch.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much. Take care of each other, and we'll all get through this. See you next time.
Yahoo!